Well, it is that time again. Lenny Wennerstrom with you. We are reading Dr. Shad Helmstedter's book, 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk for Finding Your Purpose. Why are we doing that? Because it's time for you to find your purpose. Why am I suggesting that you find your purpose? When you have purpose, it gives you meaning in your life and it gives you direction. We talked yesterday. Oh, first I better tell you the passage that we're reading today is for April 9th. We're on day 100. 100 days we've been doing this year. And we did this for the part of November and all of December of last year. So we're just doing one complete year with the passages from Dr. Shad's book. It's a little bit chilly out here, so I'm a little bit bundled up in April and this cozy little blanket that I have. I love it. And I thought we were going to have a guest appearance by Happy Beans. Happy Beans, kitties, hello, Feather. Flying Feather one of these might make a guest appearance. They're down chewing their bones. Here, I'll just show you. Here's their guest appearance. There's Happy Beans and there's Flying Feather. I hope you got to see them. So we'll be unwrapping all of that soon. No more snow. We had snow just a few days ago, but it's all melted and beautiful. Look at how beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? It just brings about so much peace. So April 9th, the passage for today on day 100 of 2024, with 266 days left in the year. Living my purpose each day is what creates the greatest happiness in my life. Living my purpose is loving my life. You know, today is an interesting day because a beautiful friend of mine, her mother had a stroke, and it's been about 3 weeks ago, and now she's and then she got her home and away from the hospital, and she's and then now she had another stroke, and so now she's back in the hospital, and they are saying, meaning the doctors, and that she may not live. And they just had this amazing day yesterday. And I love this girlie so much, my friend, and I love her mother as well. And so I have watched her go through this, and she's been using the self-talk app, and I talk to you about that a lot. She's a friend. She's also one of my clients for life coaching, and I have watched her excel using that self-talk app, and I have watched the way she's handled the most difficult of times with grace, with humor, with strength, with courage, and I admire her greatly. What I am admiring about her is her tenacity and her fortitude to keep listening to the self-talk, to keep improving, even in what we would call on planet Earth, like one of the worst situations of potentially losing a parent that you love very, very mucho. And it's difficult because she has now found her twice in her home where she was unable. She has now found her mother twice where she wasn't able to speak, to get up, to do anything, and she has just basically nurtured her through it all, and now it's such a beautiful testimony to, let me just say, a beautiful testimony to, as I collect and find my thoughts, because it's all so fresh, to the human spirit and to our self-esteem, the estimation of how we think of ourselves. And I have watched her self-esteem grow by leaps and bounds, and I have just watched her be the mother to her mother and see that nurturing side, which she always has had that in spades. But I've seen it just excel and also the acceptance. So where I was going was the spiritual side, because all of the teachings that I teach is about, I mean, so many of the teachings, I should say, the tools, is your spirituality and things that, like, say, you can call it an affirmation, but I call it, pretty much, it's just it's a belief for me, and it has stood me in good stead, which is everything is a message to me for positive change. And as I watch her take things of that nature, and that we have all chosen our own journey, and so while this is very difficult, I just watch the combination of the spiritual, of that light, the essence of who and what she really is, and then her new programs that have taken place because she has been listening to the self-talk. She has that app, and she listens to it every day, and it has significantly changed the programming in her brain from negative to positive in many areas. And so I watch her as she struggles, and I'm putting air quotes struggles, and I say that because I don't believe there's any struggle or chaos in the spiritual realm. And I think everything is as it's supposed to be, and everything has value, and everything is a gift. And I speak from experience from my own mother, having found my mother, and then having taken her to the hospital, and then her having transitioned in less than a day. And it was a very difficult thing, and I wasn't anywhere where I am today. And I'm so grateful to see someone have the gift, because I struggled, literally. I was on the 3D realm, and I struggled for years and years, and with that, because my mother was my bestest friend in the entire world, and we talked every single day, and we shared pretty much everything. And she just thought I was the cat's meow. Well, she thinks that about all of her 7 chickens. She calls us her little chickens, her little hatchies. And so it to see someone that has the tools, both the spiritual and the self-talk, for the brain, the neuroplasticity, and changing those negative programs that were programmed in, and putting them into having them reprogramming the neural pathways to positive. And this is neuroplasticity, neuroscience, right? It is rewiring the brain. The brain is constantly rewiring itself. And to watch someone with the tools and that self-talk just transform day by day and event by event, because she's gone through something every single day, whether it be maybe her siblings that haven't been as helpful or there for her, to being alone and shouldering it with her mother, who has not been able to do anything for herself, being an amazing advocate for her mother. Those tools and watching her excel has just, even in the darkest, if you want to call it the darkest of times maybe that she's going through, I'm seeing her shine. And this is where, when shining my light to brighten yours, that was downloaded to me, because it was, how can I, with my purpose, how can I share what I have learned and with others, and how can I convey that? And I asked the divine, my guides, I asked them to help me define that for myself. And when I first got shining my light to brighten yours downloaded so crystal clear, I was like, yeah, and what do I do with that? And then it took me a few days. I was like, that's really beautiful, but what does that even mean? And it's in people like my friend Chrissy that I see her nurturing, her mothering, her that beautiful, peaceful, courageous. I'll even call it a warrior, even though as a spiritual person I did that. That could be, I mean, my spiritual beliefs, they're wars, and I mean, there's no good, no bad, and so even the word warrior kind of brings up contrast of something that, but this is like just that courage, that fortitude, the belief in self, the not taking on the guilt that maybe I could have done something better, like having those thoughts and then moving past that. All of this, these tools show me that that girlie is shining her light to brighten her mom's and her siblings and mine and everyone. Like she is so raising the frequency of the planet in the darkest, air quotes from two hands, I've got one here with the book, in the darkest on planet Earth, if you want to call that, with family, somebody who is potentially transitioning. And she's seeing her suffer. She's seeing her mother suffer. And so this is very, very beautiful. And I share all of this because I really would like for you to take away from my sharing of this that when you have purpose, and my friend Chrissy, she definitely has purpose in helping others to be better, especially in their businesses, in their health. She's a doctor, and she helps with any digestive issues. And this girlie can change someone's health in such a short amount of time because she gets it. She understands the holistic nature of the body, which is why she's been such an amazing advocate for her mother. And now being even more so of an advocate. She's already searching for, how can I be an advocate for the people who go through this? Like, she's already doing that. This is shining my light to brighten yours. That's what it's all about. And she is such a shining example of that. And so I hope what you take away is when we talk about purpose, and Chrissy has purpose. Chrissy has purpose in helping others, as I said earlier. And most of us are not service to self, but service to others. We want to see other people excel and succeed and have goodness and awesomeness in their life. And so in service to others, this is where you look for your purpose. If this is, you want to change the world, you want to do things that help others, you want to help someone in some way, or a group of people in some way, that is service to others. And this is where it would be a wonderful opportunity for you to look deep inside and say, what is it that I love and enjoy? Remember, I say it's not, ahoy, where's my purpose? I got to go find it. Let me start digging and see where it's at. I've got to just like really focus and dig down and find that purpose. Well, there is focus and digging deep, but it's digging deep within. And that's a most beautiful, fantabulous thing. And it's a gift because you do have purpose and you do have gifts and you can transform lives of others when you find what it is that drives you. Like for Chrissy, helping people, helping her mother now with her health, doing the very best she can, now being the most amazing daughter, the most amazing sister. In all of it, she's the most amazing friend. I can support her all I want. And she comes back and says, thank you. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for helping me think through things. Like there's so much gratitude that her light, her everything is just so high frequency. And even when she gets, feels down and depressed, she bounces back up. And she's like, everything is as it's supposed to be. And so that fortitude, that purpose in life, that assurance that everything is going to be okay and everything is okay, even if it feels dark at this moment, that's what I'm hoping for you. This is why I come here. To me, Chrissy, my friend, is a shining example of really taking everything that I have been taught through getting my certification through the Life Coaching Institute, and sharing with her and watching her excel and changing her programs and even in the spiritual the spiritual conversations that we have, they're just so much deeper than superficial, and they connect at such a deep and beautiful level. And so I hope for you that you really do look for your purpose. And this is why I'm here. Like, this is why I'm here day after day, to help you to find your purpose. And if you already know what your purpose is, to move into that, to activate it, to really begin to live up to that purpose, to see how can you do more of it? How can you help more peeperoos, with it, and so that they too can excel and have success, because they're just a mile down the road behind you. You can look and say, "Hey, come on, let me show you what I've learned." That's what I do. That's what we all do. And it's doing it on it doesn't have to be a grand scale. It can be on any scale, just everyday kindness, ripples of kindness, of compassion, of love, all of that. And I think that I believe strongly that this is what changes the world. And when we focus on what we want and not what we don't want, we create that. So if we focus on finding our purpose, if we focus on helping and lifting others, if we focus on those that are a mile down the road behind us, and uplift them, and help them to become all that they want to be, and show them that they are unlimited, just as are you and as I. We are unlimited light beings. And on planet Earth, we are unlimited in our potential. We were born with unlimited potential, and that potential still exists within you and within me and within every single human on this planet. If you look at a baby in a nursery, or a newborn baby anywhere, that baby is so full of, like, their eyes, their peepers are just like, doing. What is coming up for me? Like, oh, what is in this world? Who knows what they're thinking, right? But they're just ready. They're just taking it all in. And then they get programmed. And then they have self-doubt. And then they have low self-esteem, and they get maybe teased at school, or bullied, or they, their parents don't quite know how to parent, and they are running programs that are negative. 77% of all of our programs are negative, or harmful, and are false. Yet we believe them. We believe them because those become our beliefs. And when we use the self-talk, the positive self-talk, as a language, and that's in the description. You can get 30 days free. That starts changing your self-talk to positive self-talk, and that starts changing your life. And once you start, you'll see it, and others will start to see it. And we're talking about, you think about, like, 21 days to change a habit. This is neuroplasticity, and this has been proven around 21 days to change a habit. And I'm really going a little deeper here because of what's happening in my friend's life, and how she's handling it. And I just want to share with you, because you deserve to hear this, because I really believe this is a nugget that you can take home. And home meaning take within, and find that little flame within yourself. And if it's already burning bright, to just, like, throw the book out the window, throw some, gasoline on the fire, good gasoline. And so that it's contained in a place that you want it, like focused energy. I don't mean contained as in limited. I mean contained, like focused into exactly where you want it. Focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. I hope all of this makes sense to you. I hope that you are enjoying all of this and all of these every single day that I'm here with you. And I'll read, just to close this out, I'll read April 9th again, day 100. Day 100. That's kind of a milestone for us, huh? Living my purpose each day is what creates the greatest happiness in my life. Living my purpose is loving my life. And I would add to that, in spite of things that we might call negative or difficult or challenging, we are still loving our lives. We are still doing what we are called to do, our calling, our purpose, our in service to others. You can do this. Yes, you can. I believe in you. And as always, shining my light to brighten yours. See you tomorrow. Ciao.